Hi everyone and Happy New Year 2017. I hope you had a really lovely Christmas and that you're looking forward to a fresh slate for the coming year. I know that I certainly am. The 2016 has been totally plagued by awful things in terms of not just my personal life but celebrity death. That seems to have been the theme for the last year, and it's not just like, you know, any old celebs, but really iconic celebrities and people that we really admired. And you know, most notably David Bowie, most recently Carrie Fisher, followed by her mum straight afterwards, which was just awful. So I've kind of got a bit of a Princess Leia tribute going on at the moment with my wool dreads. But yeah, it's just been a really awful year for that. Also, God, more other notable things that have happened. Donald Trump being the next president elect. You know, I have really strong feelings about that. I think the guy is an absolute buffoon. I think he's a total moron, and I thought he was a total moron before he even considered running for president. So, you know, he has always been an egotistical megalomaniac, and that will never change, and it has always been that way for the past God knows how many years he's been on the planet. And also he is an absolute compulsive liar, so the thought of him being the next president of America absolutely terrifies me no end. And I remember watching the whole results and waking up middle of the night, early hours, like 3 in the morning, and just watching it, and just the sheer horror I felt when the results were coming up and it was really clear that Trump was winning, and just the feeling of dread that I felt over that. And I really hope and pray that next year will be okay, because I think his inauguration is on the 20th or 21st of January, so I will be watching that. In fact, I'm going to a house party where we're having an inauguration party, but it's more of like a party of mourning because none of us like Trump, and all of us think that he's an absolutely awful elect. And although Hillary was definitely the lesser of two evils and she wasn't perfect, she certainly had some experience and knew how to run a country, and I think was much more in touch with how people felt and that sort of thing. And there's a huge list of things I can give here, but I'm not one for really getting into political debate, but certainly I have seen a lot of things that have been going around online, social media, and some of the comments that people put up just are truly terrifying and truly brainwashed. And I do understand that a lot of people need change, and they didn't really see any change in the last 8 years, because to be fair, a lot of people don't really understand why there was no change, and a lot of things were blocked, unfortunately. But I do really believe that Obama was an amazing president. I think he was very down to earth, very in touch with everybody, and he's just a really nice guy, where Trump is none of those things. So good luck America, and good luck the world, and I really hope that nothing kicks off this year, but I sincerely doubt it, and I really feel that something's going to kick off, which is, let's just hope and pray something doesn't. But aside from that dreaded 2016 of a year, it was just awful. My personal life, in terms of my love life and relationship, that has never been better. I'm absolutely blissfully happy, and I'm really pleased that this last year has been amazing in comparison to the previous four and a half years before that. I didn't realise what happiness was, and how great it is to actually feel loved and feel appreciated and feel adored every second of the day. And this last year has just been wonderful, since I met her, and it's just been really wonderful. In terms of my anxiety, that has been something that has really plagued me since I started my new role in April. It started to get very, very bad July, August, September, and I think in the last month or so that has kind of worn off a little. But I know in the next year it's going to be very challenging, because there are a lot of things that are expected of me, There are a lot of things that I need to do in order to better myself and to progress in the next year. Otherwise I could end up in a bit of a sticky situation and be at risk in lots of ways within my job. So I really do need to step up quite a lot this year. At the moment I feel kind of positive, and I feel like having a break during the Christmas period has kind of helped me reevaluate things, and I'm willing to give it a shot, but it doesn't mean that I feel any better or any more stable or any happier within this job. I know that deep down it isn't really me, and I don't belong in that kind of environment, and I don't belong around these people that are egotistical, money driven. That's just not me, and it's not part of my personality or character. So, but at the same time, we work because we want to earn money, and we want to do well, and the most important thing to me is having some stability and financial security, and also to have a home of my own. I mean, I've lived in this flat now for 7 years. I've lived with 2 people here, and in the last year I've lived on my own, which has been completely different and very much needed, I think. But I would very much like my own house and know that there is that security, because I have only been renting this for the last year, so I do need a bit of a change in my life in that respect. So only time will tell. The most important things to me this year are being true to myself, and just speaking my mind and not being afraid to express my feelings, because there have been a lot of times in the past, say 4 years, where people have really pushed me and really made me feel very unhappy and upset, and I've been very quiet about, oh god, I've been very quiet about how I feel, and not really express myself fully online, and I really should have, but not in a negative way. I just think it's important that I shouldn't hold on to feelings that are negative anymore, and I shouldn't let people upset me anymore, and I'm not going to let next year do that to me. In particular, one of my ex-boyfriends, his current, I think she's still current girlfriend, was quite clearly a little bit besotted with me, and she was posting a lot of tweets and a lot of songs that she was making on YouTube and blogs, writing about me and various other things, and just her behaviour changed and her appearance changed to look very similar to mine. And there was a very long time where I was quite obsessed with that whole thing, and it really upset me and affected me a lot. And thankfully in the last, say, couple of years, I've really let go of that, and I don't really care about it anymore. But certainly it's something that I remember very much so, that there was a period of time where I was so insecure and unhappy in myself that I let someone who was probably more insecure and more unhappy than me affect me on such a deep level. And I'm not going to let anybody do that to me again in the next year, or ever really, because I'm much stronger than that. And also the way people talk to me at work and the way I'm treated at work, I refuse to be treated like that anymore, and I refuse to, it's not acceptable for people to talk to me like I'm nothing. So I really feel that I have to change a lot about the way I am and the way I behave, and also the way that I allow people to take from me and take advantage from me, there are lots of things that I need to change about myself, and I'm very, very much aware of the way I am, and that a lot of it is just not good for me and very unhealthy for me. So this year really is about being more myself, expressing myself more, not taking crap from people, and also just not really caring what people think of me. And you know, I believe I have quite a few unique characteristics about myself, and I've always really valued those things. And being in the work environment that I'm in, it's very hard to express who I am and be myself, because you have to be quite conservatively dressed and act, you know, more professional. And that's always been very hard to deal with, especially in the last, say, 6-7 years. I've really had to tone down the way I look, the way I dress, be much more conservative, which also adds to the unhappiness, I think, at work. I think that my heart is best suited to something more creative, and I'm really thinking about what that possibly could be and how I could get into it, and I'm toying with the idea of doing different things. So this year I want to create my own Etsy page and start selling some of the things that I've made, because I have made a lot of stuff in terms of jewellery, crochet stuff, etc. So I'm really keen to get my work out there and for stuff to really go and actually start seeing some money from it, because at the moment I'm putting a lot of money and a lot of energy and a lot of time into making these things, and lots of people love them, but I'm giving them away for nothing and I'm just mugging myself off. So next year is about really starting to feel remunerated for what I'm doing and getting back what I'm rightfully giving out, because there's always been this exchange of energy and I'm always the one that feels left out, and I'm not doing that to myself anymore. So apart from that, I'm really embracing being colourful and being vibrant and just being really true to myself, and that's what's important to me. And I don't really care who sees it online anymore. I don't really care if people start copying me anymore, because at the end of the day I'm being true to myself and I'm not going to change what I am for anybody. So at the moment I'm wearing some wool dreads. They are not installed, they actually are dreads that I can put into my hair and take them out as and when I choose. There's very low maintenance, and what's fantastic is I can put them in wherever I want, put them in at weekends and take them out. So I can be myself in the evenings at weekends, and during the day when I'm at work I can be that conservative, boring person that I feel that I am at work. So at the moment I'm having best of both worlds, and like I say, I'm doing my Princess Leia thing as well. So I hope that 2017 will be a better year for me and everyone, and I really hope that there isn't any negativity around the year, and that actually things are okay, and there isn't any wars that kick off or anything like that. And yeah, I watch this space really. I'll be putting up an Etsy store the next couple of months. I've got a lot of things to craft in the meantime and get up there online and everything else, but please keep your eyes peeled. And I will be trying to vlog much more frequently this year, because I think I only did 3 in the last year, which is really unusual for me. So anyway guys, I hope you have an amazing start to the next year, and I will speak to you soon. Peace out, man. Bye.